Outstanding. Ireland's minister bites the bullet when Boris gives EU a run for money on knee protocol. BBC's Nick Robinson left Ireland's Minister for European Affairs squirming this morning as he pointed out how the EU has repeatedly blinked in face of pressure and given in to British demands. BBC's Nick Robinson told Ireland's Minister for European Affairs that the EU blinks if you are tough. This comes amid fears of a full-scale trade war between the EU and UK as well as the suspension of the agreed Brexit deal. The current Brexit deadlock largely centres around the Northern Ireland Protocol. The UK government also wants to remove the role of the European Court of Justice as the arbitrator of disputes. Mr. Robinson challenged Thomas Byrne on the ongoing tensions, and whether the EU will bow to British pressure yet again. The host for the BBC's Today programme said, "The concessions that the EU has made feed a sense in Downing Street that the EU only responds to threats. Those around Boris Johnson believe that the EU blinks if you are tough." He continued, "They blinked when there was a threat of a no-deal Brexit. They blinked when they refused to move on French trawlers and fishing. And you changed many of those trading arrangements only when you really were worried that he might tear up the deal altogether." In response, Mr. Byrne said a tough guy approach to Northern Ireland will lead to disaster. When questioned on his warning, he refused to spell out what disaster would mean, adding only it is unthinkable. He continued, "The EU has come up with some really constructive proposals on Northern Ireland. We hope the British government can bring more to the table." The Irish minister added, "There is a serious danger of complete instability in Northern Ireland and that's what motivates the Irish government in all of our dealings in relation to the protocol. We now have a division, it seems, because of threats by the British government to, what they say, is to suspend the protocol under Article 16. We're not entirely clear what that's about." His comments come as the latest round of talks between the EU and the UK are due to begin in London, with European Commission Vice President Maros Sefcovic meeting Britain's Brexit Minister David Frost. The British government is engaged in endless provocation with the European Union, according to the Shadow Secretary of State for Northern Ireland. British Labour MP Louise Hay, in Dublin for the Labour Party conference at the Mansion House, said the threatened invocation of Article 16 by the Johnson administration meant now was a perilous moment for Northern Ireland. She said, "The Tory government in Westminster is determined to continue to use Northern Ireland as an arena for their own poisonous game playing and provocation. There is also endless provocation with the European Union in order to satisfy their own political agenda in Britain. I've been in Northern Ireland and in Dublin today meeting with political parties, ministers, and with the government to talk about the way forward." She urged compromise, saying both sides should act with responsibility and make balancing concessions in the time ahead. "What is at stake here is the people and communities of Northern Ireland and it's in their interest that a deal must urgently be found. Triggering Article 16 would create even further instability than the situation now being faced in the north," she said. "And in fact, it wouldn't be a solution, as many are pretending. It would only prolong and worsen the situation. So I'm urging both sides to give energy to the talks and to find a deal and compromise in the days and weeks ahead and make sure that Northern Ireland's interests and voices are at the table so that any deal is politically sustainable." Labour Party leader Alan Kelly commented, "We cannot put up any longer with the game playing that Boris Johnson is going on with. Invoking Article 16 would be horrendous for Northern Ireland and Britain, and bad for these islands.